Dangers of overpricing. This is a question I get asked almost every day. Most of my sellers, when I sit down with them across a kitchen table or at my office, will say, well, Brian, I know you've determined fair market value for our property, but we think that if a buyer does come in, they're more than likely going to be offering us less than what fair market value is, so we would like to list the property for 5 or 10% more than that. And I'm always faced with, how do I answer that? Well, how I answer that is the National Association of Realtors has given us statistics in order for us to educate our sellers on, and that's what I'm about to do for you guys today. Okay, so if you look at this graph on your screen, you'll see that fair market value, hypothetically, you have a 60% chance of actually selling your home if you list your home at fair market value. And then if you take that down a step further, and let's say we market the property at maybe 5% less than market value, well, now we've increased our odds from 60% to 80%. And that is in any given market, whether there's foreclosures on the market flooding in, or whether it's just a regular market that we're hoping to obtain here in the near future. But if we want to increase our odds even more, it says, the National Association, if we increase that to 10%, if we go 10% under fair market value, now they're saying statistically that we have a 92% chance of selling your home. And me as a realtor, that's my job, is to sell your home. Well, if I know that statistically I have a 92% chance of doing that, well then I can almost guarantee that I can sell your home. Now let's look at the flip side of this. If we determine that fair market value, and then we take that because the seller has requested for me to sell it for 5% more. Let's market the home 5% more than whatever your fair market value is, Brian. Well, now we can see that at 5% more, we take and cut our chances of selling that home in half, down to 30%. So we went from 60 down to 30% just by increasing it 5% above market value. And then, I often get this one as well why don't we just list it 10% above it so we can really take a price reduction? Well, that's not helping anybody, because now you'll see that your chances of selling went from 30% down to 2% if you're 10% above market value. So pricing is huge in this market and in any market, so make sure you're pricing your home right